You know what this means. This is a Dollar Tree haul. And I guess I'm not the only one that goes in there every season just loving these high quality headbands. Oh my goodness. Tarte sent me a picture. They were like, buy anything today and you get a unicorn headband. And that unicorn headband was so cute. And I went to the Dollar Tree to see if I could find anything like it, and I couldn't. So there's going to be a DIY where I do a floral headband with one of my old headbands because it wasn't the I would have cut the little unicorn thing out. I don't want to be a unicorn. I want to be a human being. But I love flowers for the spring. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. But this is a Dollar Tree haul. Happy Easter! Happy Easter! And enjoy the spring. The God has given us a brand new season. And with that brand new season, we have some brand new spring things at Dollar Tree to enjoy. And thank God we made it. Whew, the beginning of this year has been just turbulent. It's been, oh my goodness, I feel like the whole world has become South Central, in the 80s and colors and, the reds against the blues. And do you guys remember that old movie, Colors, Colors, Colors? I think that was Ice-T, Colors, Colors, Colors. The whole world has become colors, Al-Qaeda, the Russians, my goodness. But thank God we made it. And we can celebrate our salvation through Jesus Christ. Him dying on the cross, bam, and rising again. Hallelujah. And we are going to all rise up out of whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. My goodness, I'm glued to CNN. I am glued to CNN. And you guys, before this, I didn't even watch the news. And I mean, sometimes my heart is palpitating. I'm like, oh my God. I went to the Apple store because I was having a problem with my Christmas iPad, and it was just somehow the cable had gotten a little pulled, and they were so sweet, showed me a few new tricks and stuff like that. But in any event, I got in there and I looked at this guy and I could see his veins in his skin, like blue veins and red veins, and he was like real light and clear skin. And I'm like, are you a Russian spy? Is your name Goo anything? Is your name Goo anything? Because see, y'all have to understand that California Golden Girl is the truth. Around here, even if you're blonde and blue-eyed and your hair is bleached, your skin is a little bit golden. Our Caucasian people, our European Americans who born and raised in Southern California have a little golden tint in their skin that I can look at them and I can tell the difference between them and somebody from New York. New York people are much lighter in the month of March and April. Now, okay, in the month of September, I can't tell the difference between New York people. In fact, they're darker than us then because it gets hotter and they'll get more sun than us in the summertime. But in April, I know if you had a California winter or if you have been in a place with snow and overcast and you've had to shut up underneath a fur coat with a fur hat. I know. And I was looking at him and I'm like, are you goo-goo? Where'd you come from? And so I started listening in on him like I could help the CIA. So, okay, I think I'm doing a rant now. Anyway, I started listening into this guy, trying to see if he was goo-goo. So I'm like, is that goo-goo from the Ukraine or wherever I was hearing them talk about on CNN? And he said he was from the Ukraine. And I was like, is he talking into his shoe? Is that him talking into his shoe? So then I'm not really into why I came to Apple. Now I'm trying to like I'm gonna show you. I'm like this. He's over there doing his business right. And you see this planter here? I'm like this. Don't mind me, I'm just a flower. That's not an ear, that's a daffodil. You say you're from the Ukraine. The eyes in north have many eyes, but none of them will bloom. Do you know the password? I mean, yeah, I'm all into it. And he said he had to have his cell phone, like his cell phone had to be so he could get it to have reception in like all those Eastern European countries. And I'm like, oh my God, he's got blue veins and he's got red veins and he's clear skin, and it's obvious he was not here in the winter. Where was he then? Alaska or across, or what's like Palin said, I can see Russia from my living room. Well, how come I'm seeing Russia in Los Angeles? Okay, some of you are going to tell me, I know you're going to say, you Americans, don't you know that Ukraine is not Russia? No, I don't know that, and I'm not trying to learn it now. Oh my goodness. CNN's got me all hyped up. Anyway, he had an iPhone, and he wanted that iPhone unlocked, and he did a class where he wanted his computer to make sure that he could use it in areas that are low Wi-Fi, which I imagine winter in Russia is very low Wi-Fi because of the storms and everything. That's got to change your reception. And he was trying to learn all this stuff, and I'm just thinking, why? I mean, if we're gonna ban anybody, shouldn't it be Russia right about now? I mean, come on. Why am I sitting up here, have to take a class at Apple with the Russians? Why is Goo in my class? And he had some name with a Genshish or something like that. And he's talking about how he's got to be able to get reception in places where there's low reception and stuff like that. And then I was in there another day, and there was another Russian person in the Apple store. Just the Apple store. That's 2 Russians in 2 visits. And this guy came in there with a iPhone that he said was locked. So he went to the Apple guy, and yeah, again, I was listening. Come on, you guys, let's just face it. I was underneath the planter in the plant pot, and, when the day was over, there I was in disguise as a creature from the Mad Hatter, and, I'm trying to find out if I can help the CIA settle this thing. If he just gonna say it up in Apple, I'm gonna just tell. But I was thwarted because they said to him that since his iPhone was locked, that in order for him to get in it, they were gonna have to erase the old iPad, the iPhone. Stick with me here, stick with me. Yeah, pray for me. If you catch anything a little off, the Lord can deliver me just like he delivers you. But in any event, I was all into the person who appeared to be from Russia. And if you are from Eastern Europe, Crimea, Ukraine, Bolivia, I don't care. To me, I'm seeing Russians in the statues, like the statue. I'm seeing Russians everywhere, and I don't like it. But anyway, so I was watching and listening to him, and when they said they had to delete everything on his iPhone before he could get it, and then they said to him, well, after we delete everything, the only way you're going to be able to get back in it is you have to know your Apple ID, and your password. And they looked at him and they said, well, do you know that? And he said, yes, in an accent that was Eastern European. And in any event, I was like, oh, they're going to delete all the evidence from the iPhone. And someone in Washington in intelligence may need it. Oh, this is awful, you know. But then he admitted that he didn't know the Apple ID. And if you don't know your Apple ID, all you have to know is your email. So how come he didn't know his Apple ID if he's not a spy related to Google? He didn't know it. So then the people at Apple, they're slick. They were like, well, we can't give you back this phone. We're going to have to keep it. And then they said to him, Apple has a certain amount of your information. Even though this phone is deleted, Apple has a certain amount of this information in the cloud. So depending on how much information you have on the phone, when you can't get it back, you will be able to download that information from the cloud back onto the phone. But the phone is empty right now. But since you don't know your Apple ID, you don't know the email that you use for this account, and you don't know the password, we cannot relinquish this locked phone back to you. Now, we know in LA, even if you don't know, we know in LA, all the criminals know how to unlock an iPhone. Enough said. And they all got a tan because we don't really have a winter in Southern California. So, watch out for Russians at the Apple store. I don't like it. I don't want it. And then I started thinking, when there was voter fraud, they shipped the votes from somewhere in the middle of America. They shipped them out to California. And I'm like, That guy said he needed to get reception in a place with low reception. Well, what if Russia has good reception? What if he was in a submarine off the coast of Southern California? And that's why he needed low reception, because if you were in the water, you would get low reception, wouldn't you? And I know he ain't been no tan, and he wasn't on vacation, and he claimed to live in Southern California. But he was in class with me, and then another one comes in with a locked computer and doesn't know his email. Y'all, watch out. Watch out. This stuff is not normal. All the citizens in LA know how to unlock an iPhone, okay? They can make you one if they got a few different ones and put it together. So I know. So there it is. I'm all off track. I will have to do my dollar store haul for you on another video because this is a rant. And that was the Cerritos Apple store. If you happen to be with intelligence and you want to go down there and check and see how many Russian people you run into, okay, maybe I don't know, but that man said he was from Ukraine, and so did that other man, and anybody from Russia right now who doesn't have a tan is suspicious to me. You got a tan and you're Russian, I know you're an LA citizen. You ain't got no tan,